Polls have closed and vote counting is underway in Ghana's presidential and parliamentary elections. The vote is largely a contest between the current Vice President, Mahamudu Bawumia, of the ruling Patriotic Party, and Dramani, Mahama, of the main opposition National Democratic Congress Party. But many Ghanaians feel the leading candidates offer little hope for change as the country struggles with its worst economic crisis in a generation.
She's the picture of a successful Ghanaian businesswoman. But Juliet Labi can't afford any luxuries. Despite the blistering Accra heat, she keeps her fan off. Utility bills are soaring, and as a primary provider for her family, she must carefully balance comfort and survival. Like many in Ghana's middle class, her disposable income has shrunk.
I've made a lot of sacrifices whereby I need to buy myself a pair of shoes. I need to buy myself maybe a car to boost my business, to do something. But at the moment, you can't do that. So I may have to use my personal car to run my business, run my personal life.
Across Ghana, families are struggling. High inflation, currency depreciation, and mounting national debt have tightened the grip on middle-class households, pushing more people into poverty. As the country heads into its next elections, top presidential candidates John Mahama and Mahamudu Bawumia each claim they have the solutions to fix the economy, the top concern among voters here.
Living conditions have been harsh these days. Even if you work hard, what you earn as income can't sustain you long. It's a struggle. I am just helpless.
And many businesses are barely surviving, like Juliet's cereal factory. She tells me supply costs keep rising. Her workers also face higher bills at home, but Juliet can't afford to raise their pay. Instead, she sometimes offers free food to take home. Juliet's mother, Grace, works the corn mill. She's here to help her daughter out, but she doesn't really have a choice. Her farm in rural Ghana no longer produces an income she can live on.
Without my daughter, who's always pushing hard to keep us in business, it would be difficult for me and also for other workers.
I asked our correspondent Edith Kimani in Accra when results are expected.
Well, Aaron, I can tell you for sure that it's not going to be tonight, and that's just because the vote counting process here is very slow and tedious, and that's what's happening behind me. So the polling officers will take out the ballots one at a time and show them to the members of the public who are watching diligently on the other side, and together they count the votes. I don't know if you can hear them from the background. That's what's happening. And once they've done that for the presidential results, they move on to the parliamentary results. Now, in this voting center, there are 3 polling stations, and this has to happen in 40,000 polling stations across Ghana. So it's a process that we don't expect will end tonight, but certainly between Sunday and Monday morning, we should be seeing some clear results of who's going to take the election.
And what exactly were the main issues driving people as they cast their votes there?
There were 2 fundamental issues, the key one being the state of the economy. Now, the current government went on a kind of borrowing spree, which left the economy here in free fall. And a lot of the people who have spoken to today who did not turn out to vote specified that it's because they don't want to waste another day giving somebody a job who will not take care of them when they eventually get into power. So the economy is definitely top of mind. The second is galamsey. That's a local term here that refers to illegal gold mining, which has led to catastrophic pollution of Ghana's waterways, and those are the 2 key concerns from everybody that I've spoken to.
And what exactly were the candidates promising during their campaigns?
Well, the current Vice President, Mahamudu Bawumia, says that he wants a digital economy. He's been pressed to express more on what exactly he means by that, but he's been hard-pressed to do so. But we're assuming that it means getting Ghana to the 4th industrial revolution, where they can compete with the globe as we evolve digitally. On his part, John Mahama, who is also a former president, says that he wants a 24-hour economy. But the viability of that has also been questioned. You can see that the light infrastructure here in the country is not exactly the best. But he says that he has a blueprint for this and he will see it come through.
All right, that was Edith Kimani in Accra. Thank you very much for that update.